In addition to being a major psychological issue, narcissism, in my opinion, is a big spiritual problem as well. The narcissist stays disconnected from their true and authentic self for decades, creating a void for evil, a space that is taken over by dark energy, which then influences their behavior and their overall personality. When I say dark energy, I am specifically referring to evil spirits, demonic entities. Some of you may not believe in any of that, which is also fine. You may would like to understand this concept that I'm about to share with you in the context of multiple personality disorder or inner splitting, how the narcissist has these different inner evil splits that inform their decision-making process and control the various facets or aspects of their evil narcissistic personality. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Today we are going to talk about rather a fascinating and intriguing topic: 5 demonic spirits behind narcissism. I know that is quite controversial to talk about because many people would not like or do not like to understand narcissism in that context. Nevertheless, we are going to dive in deep and understand narcissism from a different perspective and try to see what other possibilities could arise from looking at it through the lens of spirituality. Let's begin, and before we do so, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because your subscription helps spread awareness about narcissistic abuse. If you want to do a little bit research on narcissism and its relationship with demons, evil, and the devil himself, the first thing that might come up would be Jezebel's spirit. This is the spirit that is the highest ranking and the most clever demon in the devil's army. This kind of spirit is associated with manipulation, leading people astray, control, being egoistic, being a rebel. And quite surprisingly, you see a parallel of all of that in the narcissist's personality, which makes sense, and that's why many people believe that the narcissist is possessed by this kind of a spirit, which is not to say that it's the spirit that is leading the narcissist to do what they do. It's just that they make it worse. As I said earlier, you have the liberty to think of this in the way you would like to. If you don't believe in demons and that kind of stuff, you can think of it as a narcissist's part, a part that drives them, a part they have always held space for, their shadow that has become their reality. But if you're someone who truly believes in Jezebel and other demons alike, then I would like you to know that the narcissist is definitely ruled by this kind of a demon. You also need to understand that the narcissist has their own agency, which is what they have given up on. They have completely closed themselves off to God, to universe, and given that place to this spirit. It is this Jezebel that manifests itself in different 5 forms and controls different 5 facets of the narcissist personality. Let's get started with the enchantress, which is the first one. The enchantress is a demonic spirit that encourages the narcissist's insatiable thirst and desire for ultimate power and strength, which they could gain through exploitative means. In fact, this spirit makes it seem like being exploitative is being intelligent. Whenever a narcissist deceives someone, whenever they lie, whenever they cheat and betray, they feel good about themselves. And that feeling is accentuated by this demonic spirit, which keeps lying to them, whispering to them that this makes you feel so good about yourself, do it more, this is amazing, go more for it. Yet the narcissist's own desire is the root cause which allows the spirit to get even stronger. The second type of spirit the narcissist lets take over is the green-eyed monster. This type of spirit encourages taking revenge, being envious of others. It accentuates those feelings of greediness, jealousy for others, and ultimately dissatisfaction. Why does the narcissist chase new things? Why are they so obsessed with novelty? Well, their vessel has a hole in the bottom, which is why they can't be happy even after having everything one needs or one can possibly have to just be totally satisfied. So their own feelings of dissatisfaction are weaponized by this green eyed monster who encourages being envious and suppresses their conscience, just keeps it buried under the layers of justifications and the lies the narcissist tells to him or herself. The green eyed monster makes it okay to be envious of other people's success. The spirit keeps lying to the narcissist about the things they are doing and chasing. For example, the greed, the want and desire for more. It's all done in the name of becoming really wealthy or hustling or something else, competing with invisible enemies or just being the best, because the narcissist goes by the principle of being the most powerful man in the room or being nothing. They have to be either everything or they are nothing. Who is telling them this? Who is feeding them all of this? The devil's advocate, the devil's minion. It's their own part. They have welcomed that in, and that is what runs and ultimately ruins their life. Spirit number 3. This is rather an interesting one. The fog of chaos. This spirit induces confusion and binds the narcissist with the harm they cause. They justify all the things, bad things they do to others. Narcissists are very aware of what they are doing and how their actions are impacting people in their life. They know what the consequences are, but they do not care. They are not moved by your tears. Yes, they do not have empathy. We know that from the psychological point of view, but from the spiritual point of view, it binds them with the harm, making them the living, breathing manifestation of harm. Harm and the narcissist become one. When that happens, the narcissist becomes purely evil because they stop recognizing what they are doing. In other words, they stop caring about the harm they're causing. They find it completely okay to cause pain, to exploit others, to betray, to cheat, to destroy, to wreak havoc, to do whatever they want to, and just find it completely fine to do as long as those things are not directly impacting them. The worst thing, they find it amusing. Where is that sadism coming from? Where is that joy coming from when they see you in pain? It is made worse by the presence of this fog of confusion. Spirit number 4, and the main part of their personality, the harsh, critical judge. This kind of spirit completely normalizes being grandiose, entitled, and making it seem like they are better than the rest. Basically, this spirit is constantly lying to the narcissist that you are amazing, you're great, you're better than the rest, while deceiving them without telling them actually how big of a harm they're causing to the narcissist's identity. Why? Because the narcissist stays stuck in that thought process of I am better, and that prevents them from truly connecting with others, which then leads to extreme loneliness. They never get to experience love. They never get to be vulnerable. They never get to connect with others at a heart to heart, at a deep level. This spirit lets them stay in this illusion of grandiosity, thinking they are better, only to realize that they are the worst of the worst later when the reality strikes them. They are their own enemy, and this is the real proof of it. They harbor this hatred towards others, and that is made worse by all of these different aspects, by all of that dark energy. Before I cover the last and the fifth one, I am curious to know your opinion. What do you think about this? Have you seen any of these aspects, or have you felt any presence of dark energy or any kind of evil entity associated with the narcissist? If yes, let me know what your experiences have been in the comments and help other survivors feel less alone and less crazy in their journey of healing and recovery. Number 5 and the last one, the silver-tongued spirit. Have you ever wondered how a narcissist pretends to be so normal? How can they fake normalcy when they are the most abnormal person you could ever come across? How can they deceive and manipulate professionals? I'm talking about judges, policemen, therapists, doctors, psychiatrists. How can they make it seem like it's your problem, you are the problem, and they have no power to play in it? How can how can they make everybody believe them and not you? Well, it is the spirit, the silver-tongued serpent, that enables all of that, that gives them the power to cast an illusion and penetrate people's minds and just put them in this trance of lies and deceit. It's not just what they say, it's how they penetrate your energy field as well and influence your vibrations, influence your subconscious mind. Your intuition tells you there's something wrong. Why? Because it feels the presence of all of this dark stuff the narcissist tries to hide, yet your soul screens that, filters that, and catches it, knows that there is something going on. For these reasons, many people believe and think that a narcissist acts like a Trojan horse for these demonic spirits. Many say a narcissist is nothing but demon incarnated, manifested in human form, demon in flesh. That is what they are also called. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments as well. When it comes to me, I agree with a lot of that. And I firmly believe that these people carry a lot of dark, evil energy with themselves, because I've had personal experiences, especially with my grandfather. That's a story to share with you some other time, but yes, there is a lot they carry with themselves. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. I hope you found it different than other things I share with you, and I hope you found it insightful. If you did, let me know in the comments and share this with others. I'll talk with you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.